Now, you may be surprised to find that this comes from the same people who do this, the Vectra, Vauxhall. But don't be put off, because this little VX220 here is made in the same factory as the Lotus Elise, by the same people, using basically the same parts. As a result, you might expect it to be the same as the Elise, but it isn't. It's better. Look at the way the Lotus goes through this corner. It's all safe and steady understeer. Now look at the Vauxhall. It's the back that's letting go. So it handles better than the Lotus, and it goes better too. The Elise may now be available with all sorts of tweaked motors, but they're all more expensive than this, and none is quite so powerful. It has a turbocharged 2-litre engine, and that means 200 brake horsepower. And then in turn, because it weighs virtually nothing, means 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. 4 seconds! Nothing! No other mainstream car on earth for this kind of money even gets close. It's still as nimble as you'd hope, but there's a muscularity to the engine that you just don't expect. If I may liken the Elise to a wasp, this is a hornet. It's an epic track day car, but it works well on an everyday basis as well. And it's a convertible, and the word Vauxhall doesn't appear on it anywhere. This is wonderful, but I wonder, is it a bit of a lightweight compared to my next contender? Every year I make one of these videos, and every year TVR have a new car to offer us. I suppose there's nothing else to do in Blackpool. This year it's the new T350C, but since that makes it sound like a toaster, I shall call it the Valhalla. On the face of it, it looks like every other TVR. A 3.6-litre 24-valve straight-six engine at the front, rear drive, 2 seats, and that's about it. No airbag, no ABS, no electric drive-by-wire throttle with skyhook traction control. And as you can probably see from the thin veneer of sweat on my brow, there's no aircon either. Ugh. In essence, it's got the same basic chassis as the Temora, which has the same basic architecture as the Tuscan, which is basically the same as the Acropolis. However, this one is different. It feels tighter and more together than any TVR I've ever driven. And as a result, its handling is epic. Whoa! You get a whiff of understeer to let you know that you're annoying it, and then a great gob of oversteer when you overstep the mark. A mark that's very easy to overstep. But when you spin, you just keep the hammer down, and all is well with the world again. Sorry. But of course, the best thing about this TVR is the same thing that makes all TVRs so wonderful. the noise. In a shouting competition, TVRs have always been way out in front. I miss the old V8s with the soundtrack of America that you used to get, but these racing straight sixes can still do a pretty good Tom Jones impersonation. It's a nice little group, this, and I must single out the Valhalla here. It's easily the best TVR I've ever driven. But sometimes it can just be a little bit scary. And that's where the VX220 comes in, because this manages to be fun without being frightening. It creates a grin so enormous, it splits your face clean in half. This is my winner.